welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is Richard. Well, thank you for joining us today. I am sure you'll be glad that you did, because today we are cruising with P&O Cruises and they were the winners of Best Value for Money at the Cruise International Awards, and you are going to see why, because we've got some wonderful deals in store for you and we've got some beautiful itineraries heading out in spring next year. So make sure you're sitting comfortable with a hot drink, a pen and paper and the phone handy, because I think you're going to need it. To tell us a little bit more about P&O Cruises, it's Richard.
Thanks very much indeed, Carly. Well, P&O Cruises is all about traditional British cruising, whose roots trace back now over 180 years. P&O Cruises are tailored to British tastes and comforts and have award-winning big names like Marco Pierre White with his restaurant and Ollie Smith with his glasshouse on board some of their ships. Now, they're a great choice for the family as well. We've got a good Easter holiday coming up for you in this programme, and the kids will have fun on board with characters and well-organised kids clubs, so whilst they're relaxing there, you can enjoy all the facilities around the ship. Now, the entertainment is geared to British tastes and comforts with great comedians, vocalists and musicians. With all the facilities on board a P&O cruise ship, you'll never be bored of things to do. There's always something going on, so sit back, as Carly said, make sure you've got the phone handy, some pen, paper, a drink and your card. I think you're going to need it.
Well, we are going to start out with a cruise that is incredible value for money. We are taking you on the P&O Azora around the Western Mediterranean in April next year. So let's have a little look around.
Yeah, this is the Azora. It's one of the largest ships in the fleet and totally family friendly as well. So there's always something going on board for you to enjoy. This is the atrium of the ship here. You can find the glass lifts that will take you right to the top deck there. Of an evening, there's all sorts of bars and lounges to relax in. See the people here, they're a bit dressed up there. That's the formal nights they have on board. They typically have 2 a week on this one, so you probably get 4 on this particular cruise where you can dress up in all your finery. There is the retreat areas if you want to hang out there. There's a cover charge to do pop there, but it's well worth it just to relax. If you want to be pampered, you can head to the spa on board as well and just enjoy some relaxation and in the blissfully relaxing spa. Now, when it comes to different dining options on board, there's 3 main restaurants that offer a choice of club dining, which means you turn up at the same time every evening, or freedom dining, which means you can turn up when you want. There are some speciality dining, like you can see here. There's the Glass House, the Epicurean, the Oriental restaurant, the Peninsula restaurant, the Sindhu, the Meridian restaurant as well. And there's all sorts of facilities for you to enjoy. There's the sports court on top deck, there's the swimming pools, there's the various hot tubs as well, there's the many shopping opportunities, and it's all the entertainment as well. That's all included in this great price that you see here on board Azora. So we're heading to the Western Mediterranean on this itinerary, and we're going to be taking you away on the 13th of April next year. It's a 14-night holiday. So we're going to cruise you out of Southampton. We'll get you on board in Southampton. You'll unpack just the once. You'll be on top deck as we sail away from Southampton. We're going to have a couple of days at sea, and our first port of call, the Alicante. Now here you've got all the beaches, couldn't you just imagine yourself there now, Carly?
Oh yes, definitely.
Now you could choose to go to Benidorm for the day here if you wanted it, or just have a look around the restored Old Town. Then we're on to Barcelona. This is our next port of call here. You have all the vivid mix of the ancient and the modern buildings as well, and it's Art Nouveau architecture, and you've got La Rambla as well. Then we're on to Toulon, is our next port of call. Do go and see the cathedral here as well, and the market is well worth a visit with all its daily fresh fruit and vegetables. Then we're on to our next port here. You could choose to go to Florence or Pisa maybe for the day. You've got the UNESCO World Heritage Site of La Spezia there. Then we're on to Civitavecchia. This is the port for Rome. You can go on an excursion to Rome here, where you can go and see the Trevi Fountain, go and explore the Vatican City, the Colosseum maybe. Then it's on to Cartagena, is our next port of call. In the centre of the old town, you'll find the old castle there, which is well worth a visit. You've got the amphitheatre that you can take a trip round. Then our final port of call is going to be Gibraltar. Do go and see the Barbary Apes while you're in Gibraltar as well. Keep a tight hold of your handbag and your camera as well, because they do like those. Then we'll have a final couple of days at sea on board Azora, and then we'll be cruising you back to Southampton, where sadly that's where your 14 nights on board is going to end. So this is going on the 13th of April next year for 14 nights. We're heading here around the Western Mediterranean, and all that for just £899 per person. And when you work out the price per night on this one, it's coming out at under £65 per person per night. And when you think of what that includes, you've got all your full board accommodation, so breakfast, lunch, snacks, your evening meal, of course, the buffet option on board. You have all your entertainment included, the use of the facilities on the top deck, the pool area, the hot tubs, the gym as well, that's all included. And that's great value for money at just £899 per person. And it's a nice mix as well. We're visiting 7 different ports here in the Western Mediterranean, so you're going to have a few sea days as well to relax on board Azura, whether you want to be pampered in the spa, maybe you want to try a hard workout in the gym, or you just want to go and enjoy some of the things around the ship. If you want more information, it's 0800 655 6449.
Well, as Richard said, this is coming in at under £65 a night. This is a perfect example of why P&O won that Best Value for Money award. I mean, this is incredible value, especially when you think of what's included. If you did a city break in this country, so imagine paying for a hotel, including all your food in that and West End style entertainment, how much is that going to cost you? And with this cruise, you get to sail around the beautiful Mediterranean. What are you waiting for? Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Alicante. Head to nearby San Juan, perhaps for a round of golf, or just relax on the beach for the day. Then we're into Barcelona. I'd recommend using the hop-on, hop-off bus here. It's a great way to get around the city and see sights like Las Ramblas. And as it says, you can hop on and off whenever you like and see the different sights. Then we're into Toulon. Maybe take the cable car ride to the top of La Farine Mountain for panoramic views there. Before we arrive into La Spezia, this is where you could head to Florence or for Pisa. Or if you've already been, La Spezia itself has a beautiful cathedral and harbour to walk around as well. Then we're into Civitavecchia, of course, for Rome. Head to the Colosseum, the Spanish Steps, the Vatican. There is so much to offer in this wonderful city. Then our next port of call will be Cartagena, one of Spain's busiest commercial centres. It's got a beautiful castle and city walls there as well. Then our final port of call will be Gibraltar, the duty-free port. Head up the rock, and I definitely recommend the trip inside the caves. They really are spectacular, and meet those cheeky Barbary apes as well. But as Richard said, hold on tight to things like your sunglasses and your ice cream.
Yeah. They do like those, don't
they like to whip off with one of those. Give us a call if you'd like to be on this wonderful cruise. It's $899 per person, under £65 a night. Give us a call on 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and this is our Easter getaway break, and this is on board the Britannia. So let's join John for a little look around.
The great thing about being on a ship like Britannia is the amount of deck space that you have. There's so much of it, and you can just relax in this area or many other areas. I'll just go and have a look at some more. Well, we may be cruising the ocean's waves, but it doesn't mean you miss out on all your favourite things. So what? I think I'll have an Americano. Here in the Market Cafe in the centre of the atrium of the ship, this is where you get all their cheeses and also Eric Landlard's cakes as well. They do afternoon tea here, which is absolutely scrumptious. And the good thing I've heard is there are no calories at sea. Well, they say there are no calories at sea, but just in case one or two sneak on board, we've got just the answer. It's a gymnasium, and what a great fitness centre it is too, with loads of great equipment, and you can easily get started, and there's classes too. Here on Britannia, retail therapy is part of the holiday experience, with so many great brands to look at as well. And remember, it's all duty-free. One of the best parts of any P&O Cruises holiday are the excursions, because there's so many of them, and it really brings the ports alive. The destinations come to you as well. And now they've got a new touchscreen booking system. You know, I love this area of Britannia. It's serenity. It's an adult-only area of the ship where you can relax and enjoy yourself and just take it all in. And if you do have kids, they're probably having the time of their life in Reef as well. A bit like me, really. Do you know there's so much on Britannia for kids of every age? I think every family would truly, truly love a holiday here because, well, if the kids are having a good time, so are you. And on board, they also have their own puppet show. me Chris and Richard. Now behave yourself, boys. Do you know, if you want to find out more about the shore excursions or watch live TV, including news and sport, or watch a movie on demand or maybe a television programme on demand, you can do. It's all on the in-house TV service and it's all included.
So that's Britannia, and look at all the facilities on board. It's the flagship of the P&O Cruises fleet, currently the largest in the fleet, and a great ship to go cruising on. So this is on board Britannia, and we're going here around France and Spain. It's Easter time. Now, you saw some of the kids' facilities on board there with John. This is a great choice for the family. And we're going to be heading away here on the 30th of March, which is Good Friday, and it's a 7-night cruise. So it's right in the heart of the Easter holidays, isn't it? If you want the prices for the kids, give us a call and we'll quote you separately. We're going to get you on in Southampton. We'll cruise out, and our first port will be Cherbourg. Now, when you get to Cherbourg, we've got lots of things here. You've got the Gothic-style Benedictine Abbey, which is perched on the rocky island there that you can see where you cruise in. Then we're on to La Coruña as our next port of call. You've got the Tower of Hercules. The Interactive Museum of the Human Body is well worth a visit there to learn about things. After a day in La Coruña, we're then on to Gijon. It's a lovely seaside setting here. You've got a fascinating collection of museums, sculptures, architecture and very peaceful gardens. Then we're going to be cruising you on to Bilbao, is our final port of call here, one of the hottest destinations in Europe following the newly designed Guggenheim Museum, which is opened, and it's well worth a visit there to see the mixture of the old and the new. And then it's a final day at sea, and then we're back to Southampton, where sadly that's going to be the end of our cruise holiday this time round. So we're going away on the 30th of March next year. It's a 7-night holiday, and this is departing on Good Friday, so it's going to take in the Easter weekend as well. So the kids are going to be on holiday and they will have a great time on board. You saw John in the kids clubs before. The kids clubs included in the price of your holiday, so whilst they're in there you can enjoy all the facilities around the ship. Now this price here of just £549 per person, this is a great price for a week away. This is based on 2 adults sharing a stateroom. If you did want to take the kids, give us a call and we'll quote you on that separately on that number at the bottom of the screen there, 0800 655 6449. And if maybe you've not started your cruise career yet, because it is a cruise career and an adventure going on your cruise holidays, and you want to really test the water and take this as your first cruise holiday, and you've got questions and apprehensions and you want things answering for you, all you have to do is give us a call and request our copy of our first time guide to cruising. This is completely free of charge. Just give us a call on that number at the bottom of the screen and we can get that sent out to you. But for just £549 per person, you could be cruising on Britannia, the flagship of the P&O Cruises fleet, going around France and Spain around Easter next year. I know I quite fancy this one. If you fancy it too, give us a call on 0800 655 6449.
Well, as Richard said, if you want to take the children on board, we can quote you separately for those prices. And I have to say, if you've never travelled on a cruise ship with the family before and you're a bit, oh, is it the right holiday for children? I can tell you, as someone that's worked on board and as a parent, I would highly recommend it. There is so much going on. I mean, you saw the footage there of the Britannia. The kids' clubs are absolutely fantastic. And if the children are occupied and they're having a good time, then you are going to have a wonderful time as well. And you might even find time to do a little bit of relaxing yourself. And we all like to do that, don't we? So let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for our first port of call, Cherbourg. Find a traditional French cafe and enjoy a drink whilst watching the boats in and out of the harbour, perched on a rocky islet near the port. How lovely does that sound? Go and see maybe the Gothic-style Benedictine Abbey, and Cherbourg's aquarium is well worth a visit. So if you're going with the children,
they'll like
get them to that aquarium. Yeah, they'll love it. Then we are into La Coruña with a couple of beaches, great shopping, mouth-watering seafood and a number of museums. This charming town has got so much to offer. And our next port of call will be Gijon. One of the city's great treasures is the Atlantic Botanical Garden, which was the first botanical garden in the north of Spain. There's also plenty to discover in the beautiful rural countryside as well. Then our final port of call will be Bilbao. This is where you could visit the Guggenheim Modern Art Gallery or sample some tapas in one of the many exceptional local restaurants before we sail you back in to Southampton. And all of that from fares of just £549 per person, going on the 30th of March next year. here over that lovely Easter break. And as Richard mentioned, it's taking in Good Friday, which of course is a bank holiday, and Easter Monday, which is a bank holiday. So you haven't got to take long off work, have you, to do this wonderful cruise? Just a little mini break. So get on the phone and get yourself on this wonderful itinerary. It's 0800 655 6449. And as Richard mentioned, ask for our first time guide to cruising and we'll send that out free of charge for you. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary. Now imagine the winter is coming. The winter has been, we've got cold, it's been wet weather, the spring's arrived, but it's still not that warm. And you could be heading away to the Canary Islands for some lovely sunshine. How good does that sound? And this is on board P&O Ventura. So let's join Richard for a little look around.
Welcome on board Ventura, one of the largest ships in the P&O Cruises fleet, and there is so much going on around the ship all day and all night. Whether you're cruising as a family, as a couple or as a solo traveller, there are lots of facilities going around the ship. So join me as we have a look around Ventura. Well, I've made it on board. It's time to come and explore what the accommodation is about. And P&O Cruises offer everything from inside to ocean views, balconies and even suites. Should we have a look? I'm in an inside stateroom on board Ventura, and one of the things is there's so much space here that you could be enjoying. Plenty of storage space if you're bringing your dresses for the formal evenings on board. There's a well-equipped bathroom, and of course there's the British favourites that you'll know and love with P&O Cruises, including tea and coffee making facilities, and those British 3-pin plugs, so there's no need to bring any adapters. You can keep all your tablet devices, phones and cameras all charged so you can take pictures of all those fabulous destinations. So I've unpacked and now it's time to discover what's going on around the ship. This is the Horizon newspaper. It's delivered every day. It will tell you what's going on around the ship from early in the morning right up until the early hours of the following morning. I'm going to have a look at what the dress code is and see what the entertainment's like this evening. So here we are in a typical balcony cabin on board. It's very similar to an interior or an ocean view, but it allows that little bit of extra room with your own balcony, which makes it very spacious and airy on board. Now it's great if you're cruising with the family. You can see here we're set up for the younger cruisers, so you know they can have a fantastic time on board. I think I'm just going to go and sit on the balcony and soak up some sunshine. Well, here we are, top deck of Ventura. There are 4 swimming pools on Ventura, so you can have a splash when you're on your cruise adventure. There are plenty of sun lounges if you fancy just chilling out by the pool with a book, with a drink in your hand. And if you need a drink, you'll find that from the Breakers Bar, which is here. And if you fancy a spot of lunch, head to the poolside grill. Do you know what? I could stay here all day. Welcome to Reef on board Ventura. This is the kids club, so much fun going on here. Now you can bring your children here, aged between 0 and 17, and they'll be divided with kids of their own age, so they'll be having fun making things, designing things, playing games and having activities all throughout the day, whilst you can be enjoying the facilities around the ship. Well, this is the retreat on board Ventura. At the front of the ship, if you fancy escaping all the hustle and bustle of the top deck, you can come here for a small cover charge and enjoy just quiet relaxation for the whole entire day. Well, this is the dining options on board the main dining room. We've got 2 options for you here, cinnamon or saffron, where you can head to. There is club dining, which is the same table every evening at the same set time, or you can choose freedom dining, where you can come as you wish throughout the evening. But whichever time you choose, you'll always enjoy the same fantastic food. Welcome to Epicurean. This is a speciality fine dining restaurant. Now you can eat here for a cover charge from just £28 per person, and you can get some great traditional English dishes, like we've got the Devonshire white crab to start with. We can have the pork fillet for our main, and something that I'm looking forward to here, the caramelised apple crumble. Now you can also head here for afternoon tea as well, which is served here and also in the main restaurant. That's with Eric Landlards, and from just £15 per person. But make sure you pre-book it when you come on board so you don't miss out. Welcome to the Arena Theatre here on board Ventura, and what a great venue it is. It's so big. Now you can come here for the main show that takes place every evening. That could be a show that can incorporate a guest act that comes on board, a magician, a vocalist, a musician, a guest entertainer, or of course there's the resident ship band where you can enjoy live evening entertainment. Well, sadly, my time has come to an end on board Ventura, and I can't wait to get back on for my next cruise holiday. You can see she is facility rich and a great choice for all the family. P&O Cruises is all about quintessential British quality. Indeed it is, and do you know what, I did love my time on board, and I really can't wait to get back on and go and experience what Ventura has to offer. There really is something for everybody on board. So this is a cruise where we're going to be taking you around the Canary Islands. It's a bit of spring sunshine for you on the 21st of April next year, and it's a 13-night holiday. Now we're going to be getting you on in Southampton, and if you've never cruised before from a UK port, I'll just let you know how easy it is. You can typically arrive in the port of Southampton, you pass your cases to the porters, they will make sure it gets on board for you. You just head into the check-in lounge with your ticket and your passport, and then you can be on board within sort of 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes or so, and that's when your cruise adventure will begin. You will probably head maybe to the buffet for a spot of late lunch, do go and check out the top deck, maybe just unpack the wants in your stateroom, and then you are free to go and explore the ship. We'll be cruising out of Southampton. We'll have a couple of days at sea on board Ventura where you can get up to some of the activities I was doing on board there before we reach our first port of call, which is Madeira. Now we're going to be docking you into Funchal in Madeira here as well, known as the Garden Island, and it'll soon become clear with all the plants and flowers you can see. Do try the Madeira wine and the Madeira cake when you're here. Then we're on to La Palma, is our next port of call. You will find the 16th century fountain and the town hall here. There's a magnificent church and the handicrafts markets where you can pick up distinctive pottery. You can pick up some souvenirs for people back home. Then it's on to Gran Canaria, is our next port of call. You've got the best known beaches in the Canaries here as well. You can go and see the stunning scenery all around. Tenerife is our next destination here. Now Santa Cruz, the port there, has grown from a small fishing village to a splendid city with all sorts of bars and restaurants and fine architecture and some very interesting museums. Then we're going to be cruising you on to Lanzarote, and do tear yourself away from the sunbed to go and experience what the island has to offer there with its volcanic landscape. Then our final destination will be La Coruña. Did you know that La Coruña is the closest European port to New York? So you can go and experience what La Coruña has to offer. Then we should be cruising you back to Southampton, fully refreshed after your 13 nights on board Ventura. So we're heading away here on the 21st of April next year, and you can be on board from just £899 per person. You saw me arriving on board there into my inside stateroom. You did see on board a balcony stateroom as well. If you wanted the option to upgrade to a balcony, give us a call and we will quote you separately on that one. But this price here, this is based on two people sharing an inside stateroom, but give us a call and we'll go through all of those details with you. That number you need to take a note of is 0800 655 6449, or of course you can always go to the website for more information. You will find that at visioncruise.co.uk.
Well, I always think the Canaries cruise has got something for everyone. I mean, if you just want to relax on a different beach every day, on top deck on a sun lounger, or if you want to do hiking or go to water parks, it really has got something for everyone. So get yourself on this beautiful cruise ship and head around the Canaries. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton and heading for Madeira. So much to do here, from the cable car at Monte to see beautiful views of the colourful gardens to lava caves and jeep safaris. Then we're into La Palma, one of the smaller Canaries. It's a picturesque island with lovely black sandy beaches. Then our next port of call will be Gran Canaria. Spectacular beaches here as well as lush fields with banana and pineapple plantations for you to visit. Then our next port of call will be Tenerife. As well as some lovely beaches, Tenerife offers a feast for the eyes with numerous art galleries, museums, as well as an incredible cable car ride up Mount Tidy. Then we're into Lanzarote. Maybe go and visit a vineyard from here, or head to Timanfaya National Park and see moonlight volcanic views. Then we are in to La Coruña, steeped in history, some great shopping opportunities and wonderful food as well, before we sail you back into Southampton. And that's fares from just £899 per person. If you'd like to be on this wonderful cruise, give us a call on 0800 655 6449 and get yourself heading away on the Ventura. Well, it's now time for our quick picks.
And we're going to start off on board Ventura to the Canary Islands on the 27th of November this year for 12 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, we're off to Madeira, La Palma, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, Lisbon, and then back to Southampton. Look at this price here, just £715 per person. This is working out at under £60 per person per night. What incredible value for money with P&O Cruises. If you want more information, the number you need is 0800 655 6449 and we'll gladly get you on board Ventura. Then we're going to move on to our next cruise. We're on board Aurora, going around Northern Europe on the 6th of December for 10 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, we're off to Hamburg, Copenhagen, where we'll overnight in Port, Oslo, Amsterdam, Zeebrugge, and then we're into Southampton at just £659 per person. A great way to escape before Christmas. Maybe you can go to the Christmas markets when we're in Hamburg as well, and Zeebrugge, go to Bruges for the day maybe. Give us a call now on 0800 655 6449 or head to visioncruise.co.uk. Then we are on board our final ship. It's Oceania on the 20th of November this year for 9 nights. Cruising out of Southampton, we're off to La Coruña, Cadiz, Gibraltar, Lisbon, and then it's back to Southampton. Just £549 per person, which works out at £61 per person per night. And when you think that's all your food included, your accommodation, your entertainment, it is great value for money. If you want to get yourself on board, it's 0800 655 6449 and we'll gladly go through all of the details with you now.
Well, don't forget, if you book your cruise with us here at Vision Cruise, we're going to enroll you into our loyalty scheme as well, Vision Plus, where you can earn points and gain rewards as well. And if you'd like to know what other cruises P&O Cruises have got to offer, take a little look at the website, visioncruise.co.uk, and I'm sure you're going to find your next cruise holiday. But from myself and from Richard, it's time to go. See you next time on The Cruise Show.
We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.